All right, thank you Lasfit for sending out some new floor mats for the 2026 Honda HRV. If you guys aren't familiar with Lasfit, you gotta go check them out. They do a lot of floor mats just like WeatherTech, only more affordable. So let's unbox this. Let's see how the fit and finish is. Just recently I installed Amazon floor mats on the Honda HRV, and we're gonna compare them to the Lasfit, see how we like the Lasfit. To be honest guys, I actually reached out to Lasfit at first before I bought any floor mats. However, nobody got back to me. That's why we ended up getting the Amazon ones. Okay, that looks like the rear. Very rugged looking. And big package here. All right, let's clean this up a little bit. All right, and we got the HRV hanging out here, and we unboxed the Lasfit floor liners. Now, doing the unboxing, you can definitely tell a difference compared to the ones I have from Amazon. And the first difference is they are a lot thicker. The material of this whole thing is much thicker, more material, heavy duty, I guess you can say, than the Amazon floor liners, which are a lot thinner. And they actually have a really nice, like a grip texture on the surfaces themselves. So it's almost like a camouflage grip, as you can see, which probably helps prevent your shoes from sliding all over. So they have that on every single mat, including the rear, so things aren't going to be sliding over if you put some groceries or something on there. One thing I do like about these, again, they are a little thicker, more durable. They have spikes on all the edges, as you can see. So once you put this floor liner onto your car, it's going to grip onto that carpet, and it's going to feel flush and sturdy. It's not going to be moving around like some of the other ones do if they're loose or if they don't have a good grip onto the carpet. Next thing I like, they have these little cap covers. The Amazon ones don't have this, and snow, rain, water can drip through this area, this lock tab, if you keep your foot on this area. So I like the fact that there are clips on both sides, therefore reducing any kind of contamination. Now we'll still test fit this on the car and see how the fit and finish is, but so far I like it. I like the grip. As you can see, it is quite heavily raised, so it is going to be able to capture a lot of standing water and salt. Overall, pretty happy. The front driver and the passenger, obviously, as you can see, they do have the Lasfit liners engraved in them, which I much prefer than, for example, WeatherTech, where they have the sticker, because if you guys bought WeatherTech before, you know that sticker eventually wears out, lifts, and then disappears. This is a no-hassle identification, and I like it. The back, same concept, as you can see, as the front. They do have the logo here, but it doesn't actually say Lasfit liners on them. And then going into the last one for the trunk mat, Lasfit liners, same material. This one does not have the spikes, but it does have a texture. And overall, yeah, like I said, I think these are the middle ground, where the Amazon are thin and much flimsier. The WeatherTechs are on the harder side, more durable side, less flex. I would say these Lasfit ones are somewhere in the middle between the Amazon and the WeatherTechs. But overall, if you get this installed, they feel great and out of the box. Obviously, when they come shipped, you have to let them bake in the sun a little bit, because there's some bends to them and they're not perfectly contoured, just because they were shipped in a box and took that shape for a while. But yeah, let's go ahead. I'm gonna pull up the HRV. We're gonna take out the Amazon ones, and we'll install the Lasfit liners, and we'll see the fit and finish and how we like. As you can see, here are my Amazon floor mats. They do lock in, but it's not covered, and it's definitely not raised as much as the Lasfit ones. I do like the Amazon ones because they kind of match the flow of the seats and the stitching in this direction right over here. But let's remove this one and swap in the Lasfit. Here's your side-by-side comparison with the Amazon and the Lasfit. Actually, you can definitely tell the Amazon one has a lot more angles to it. It's like a step here, a step here, another step. The Lasfit one has essentially 2 steps down here. But as you can see again, how raised these are compared to these. Not too much raises. And again, the bottom side of the Amazon ones, and they're very flimsy. If you try to hold it, you can see how it's bending down here. Whereas, well, I guess this one's bending down as well, but it's heavier. That's probably why it's bending, but the material is definitely thicker. Overall, let's see how the fit and finish is once it's in the car. All right, and here are the Lasfit floor liners. As you can see, the fit is right on the money as well. Very nice edges. The dead pedal is for the most part covered. Nice little circumference around the edges. Not bad. So the difference here is going with the seats. You see these have a different pattern, not necessarily bad, but different. The covers are really nice. That way nothing else can go underneath. And again, these spikes will bite into the carpets. So if you put your feet on here, everything is pretty tight and not going anywhere. And again, it shouldn't really go anywhere because you have these tabs that lock everything into place. So overall feel pretty good, and definitely more grip than the Amazon mats with that surface that they have here. Feels good. I feel like the only lacking part is right over here. Not that great of a laser cutout, as this is actually blocking some of the area here. So this is not the best fitment. They could have raised it up just a little bit more to cover the entire dead pedal. But other than that, looks pretty good. All right, Lasfits are installed, and they also offer good coverage and pretty nice seal all around. As I mentioned before, the other one had more edges. So as you can kind of see, the Amazon ones actually also go in here with the rubber, whereas this is just that 2-piece. The other one had 3 edges. So the Amazon actually covered a little bit more on this area, but to be honest, I got the seat all the way back, and you're gonna be sitting like this. So really your feet are just gonna be on the main surface area here. But that's just a little fine detail that I noticed. Again, things aren't moving at all. As you can see, the Lasfit is a 1-step, and here you got a couple more steps to outline the rim of the chair. All right, and here we got the Amazon ones for the rear. As you can see, pretty nice fit and finish. Again, not raised as much as the other ones. Let's take these out and install the other ones from Lasfit. All right, here you got the Lasfit up top, Amazon on the bottom. Definitely the Lasfits have a bigger edge, a nicer edge actually, on the front side for the under seat, where you can see the Amazons are much smaller. So let's go ahead and install these Lasfits to the rear and compare them. All right, here are the Lasfit ones. Really nice fit and finish all around, really tight. And actually I noticed that the Lasfits go in further under the seat, and like I mentioned before, the lip on the Lasfits is a little bit taller. So if you're a tall person, you sit with your legs up front, you're gonna have better coverage with the Lasfits compared to the ones that I had previously. But overall, really nice fit and finish from Lasfit for the rear. As you can see, I got the Amazon ones right on top, laid over the Lasfit, and this is the length I'm talking about. It's probably like another 1.5 inches longer. And again, the lip, you can tell the lip is much better than the Amazon. Let me know which one you guys are liking more. All right, and going into the rear of the vehicle, again, these are the Amazon trays that we've had, and you know, they're very flimsy, but you know, they do a decent job covering the trunk. And they did include these back seat covers. They kind of are on Velcro over here, so they kind of stick to that. So if you ever put the seats down, you know, you get, if you ever put the seats down and put something long in there, like some 2x4s, at least you get some protection. But yeah, let's take this one out and replace it with the Lasfit. All right, and here we have the Lasfit trunk liner, and here we have Amazon trunk liner. The Lasfit one, again, it has that grip on it. It does have already pre-cut holes, where this one you do have to still cut the holes. And they both have these flaps. However, the Amazon ones do have Velcro here, but not sure how long that Velcro is gonna hold up for. This is not as raised as this one. The Lasfit's definitely a heavier duty mat, and it has a little bit more thickness to it, where the Amazon one is extremely thin, almost like hollow. These do not have any spikes. All right, and we got the Lasfit liner installed in the trunk, and again, it just came from the box, so it's a little bent, but give it a day or two, or put some heavy things on here with the heat, and it's gonna expand perfectly. As you can see, the 3D printing and cutting is on point. It pretty much covers every edge very well. And again, it covers the flaps here, like I mentioned, but they do not have the Velcro there. Not that it really matters, but the Lasfit kit ends here. It doesn't include any protection for the seats. So again, if you don't have anything, it's just gonna be a raw exposed seat fabric right over there. So overall, it's a good package. It comes with the 2 front ones, the 1 piece for the rear, and the trunk mat. And this is probably the package that most people are gonna go for their new car. Overall, good fit and finish. Definitely a cheaper alternative than your name brand ones, such as WeatherTech. I think this will last the life of the vehicle just as well as the name brands. Again, the fit and finish is pretty much on point to the high quality companies. You're not sacrificing anything, and you're definitely saving a couple bucks on your new floor mat purchases for your brand new vehicle. Again, thank you Lasfit for sending these out, sponsoring the video. If you guys are interested in Lasfit floor liners for your vehicle, go ahead, check out their website, check out the description down below. Thank you. I ain't here for the money.